Hello everybody, and welcome back to Spiral Knights. There currently is the annual Spiral Knights birthday celebration going on right now, which is a special event, happens once a year, like in early April, and it includes these two missions, Total Cake-Tastrophe and A Gremlin in Need. And you can do them both once a day for the rewards. They come up every day for as long as the event lasts, which is usually like 2 weeks, I believe, or something. And they give you little cake slices, which are a special type of token. So we're gonna jump right into them and get going. Things you can do with the cake slices are you can buy these little cake hats that you just wear on your head, makes you look like a cupcake. There's two different colors of cake hats that expire after like a month or something, and then there's a cake hat that lives forever, but it's significantly more expensive, and it's prismatic. Prismatic items just match your personal color. Like my personal color is dark blue, so like armors are usually prismatic. Like the different color schemes for armors have some kind of prismatism to them, if we want to make up a word for that right now. And so then prismatic accessories usually go with anything because they're always the same color. Otherwise they have like random color schemes. So you can get a prismatic cake hat, it's pretty expensive. Or you can buy anniversary prize boxes which have random stuff inside of them. Alright, this is Biscotti. What's going on, Biscotti? Oh, okay. Tried to bake a couple million cakes and they turned evil. And yeah, now we have to go slay the cakes. Okay, yeah, so then the prismatic cake hats are just for looks. The, like, kind of rewards you can get are the anniversary prize boxes, which have different things inside of them, like this party hat, for example, I'm wearing on my hat. It's a hat on my hat, yes. Is from the anniversary prize box. I also have little, like, you can see this little party fweeper right there. If it ever fweeps, there it fweeped. That's from a anniversary prize box as well. And then you can get a sprinkle aura, which I actually have on this costume as well. As I run around, it leaves little sprinkles. That's probably the best thing you can get. It's apparently really expensive. I don't know. When I got mine, it was really cheap, but nowadays they're worth like 800,000 crowns or something, which is ridiculous. I certainly did not pay that much for mine. So yeah, these missions aren't necessarily very difficult. Total Cake-Tastrophe is definitely easier than A Gremlin in Need, and they don't really take very long. And you get like 9. Yeah, you get a total of 9 cake tokens or whatever. And I think it's 60 tokens for a anniversary prize box, which is the only thing I'll be using all of my tokens on. So yeah, this one's really straightforward. It's just one area. You might be able to see the whole thing on the map. Yeah, it's just a room like this. And you just have to go through and kill all the cupcakes, even the tiny ones, which can sometimes get hidden in the frosting on the ground, so just keep your eyes open for them. And there's like, I think 3 little rooms you have to go into by opening switches like this. Getting our booties handed to us by cupcakes. Yep, I'm totally about to die. Diabetes. I think this is the last guy. The music changes? No. Okay, yeah. Yes, the music does change when you find the last one. And then the door just opens. I don't even think you have to talk to Biscotti, but we'll do it. Croucher, you did it! I've got my kitchen back, so I can ruin again. Remember, exchange your cake slices for awesome cake helmets from Maskwell and Townhaven Square. Just like the old baker saying, wear the hide of your fallen foes to prove your might as a warrior. Well, I've never heard my dad say that while making pies. And I certainly have never said that while making cheesecakes. But hey, we might not be good bakers, so I guess that kind of makes me feel bad. Oh well. So yeah, that mission only takes like 5-ish minutes or something. And again, you can do it once a day. So just log on, get your cake tokens, log off, I suppose. And so then if you go to Haven, the dude you can turn in the cake slices, which are the tokens, is just right out in the open. Whenever there's an event, usually if there's special event characters where you can turn in tokens that you get from the event or anything, if there's special NPCs like that involved, then they're just like right out in the open in this one specific spot in the town square. So I suppose we will run over to them and we can look at all the stuff they have to offer and see if I forgot anything. You can also buy cake slices for like 1,000 crowns per slice, which is not a good deal. Not even remotely. Oh, and then also in the Clockworks, which is just the regular levels, you can occasionally from time to time come across little cake arenas, and if you go in there and fight, it's like just a party button. It spawns like a regular party button's worth of enemies, and then it will drop anywhere from like 3 to 6 cake tokens, I believe, or cake slices, whatever. So yeah, we got Bulky. Oh lord, lagging. He will sell us confetti for 300 bucks or cake slice for 2,000 bucks. Super not worth it. Confetti, maybe. And then Maskwell, the anniversary prize trader. So yeah, after the frosted helm, which looks like that, goes on your face, foiled frosted helm, or the prismatic frosted helm, and then anniversary prize box. And it looks like I only have 21 cake slices right now. It's 150 for the prismatic helmet, which I don't even think looks that good personally, but hey, whatever. So the next thing we have to do is Gremlin in Need. The cupcakes are basically just reskinned versions of the jelly cubes, like from the Jelly King Palace. I believe they're weak to shadow damage. I think they're resistant to piercing. They might not be. It might be the case that they don't have any like special typing, like they aren't weak to shadow and aren't resistant to piercing or anything, but I think they are. I suppose we can find that out here in this fight. So don't completely trust my word on that at the moment. But anyways, they're just like, the huge cupcakes are just essentially the spiky jelly blocks, because they kind of just bounce around slowly at the same movement speed, and then they have, like, they can make 3 spikes come up out of the ground. The spikes look like birthday candles. And then there's another special enemy type that works like one of the tall mecha bots. Like, there's the little mecha bots that have the swords and the shields, and those guys are crazy difficult. And then there's the taller ones that can shoot you with lasers. So there's a cupcake version of those guys too. And when you kill them, then turn into a cupcake, which is basically a jelly cube. So this is Gremlin in Need. We just got a distress call from one of the dudes who's helping bake cakes. That something's going on. Yeah, so shooting up birthday candles. Let's find out if they're weak. Nope, okay, so they don't have any special typing. So you can use whatever weapons you want then, I suppose. Oh, and then these jelly, or slimes, whatever, are... maybe not. I think that might just be visual. But I thought they were shock. And they could, like, electrocute you. But their little electric pylons might be purely visual. I'm not entirely sure. This mission also is pretty dang short. It's just the one level. You come up in this central area, and then there's, like, 2 paths. And you need to go down each one to get a key. Okay, and this is the thing I was talking about. It's called a Batterbot. So when you destroy it, it turns into a slime jelly. Current Cake is apparently its name. I do kind of like the layout of this mission though. Like, this half is like the oven-y side, and the other half is like a fridge chilling area side. So I'm having some weird issues. For Hyper Light Drifter, I got a gamepad, which you can use with Spiral Knights. A lot of people don't like it. I could see it being not as good, technically, I suppose, as keyboard and mouse. But I don't know. I think using a gamepad is more comfortable. And additionally, there's not all this wild mouse clicking on the recordings, so I thought that'd be nice to use. But now when I plug in my gamepad, like, the game will not launch until I unplug the gamepad, if I have it plugged in before I, like, start the game. And then if I don't have it plugged in before I start the game, when I plug it back in, wow, that guy just blocked the water ball. It will never register. Like, so I basically can't use my gamepad. It worked for a day. I played for 1 day with the gamepad, and I kind of got used to it. And then I went back to play some, like, last night. It just wasn't working for whatever reason. So if anybody has had that issue where your game won't launch if you have a gamepad plugged in, and then if you unplug it, the game launches. You plug it back in, and it just doesn't register. Like, I even went to custom controls and tried to, like, set up the controls there, and it wouldn't even acknowledge that I was pressing buttons. So if you've had that issue and found a way to fix it, please let me know. I would be very grateful. But I suppose it's not too huge of an issue if mouse clicking doesn't drive everybody crazy. Alright, so these are like snow blocks. They're kind of like special for just this mission. I don't know if there's anywhere on the Clockworks that incorporates these, but if you step on them, you walk slower. So it's pretty nifty. They also did have the snow blocks heavily featured in the, like, I'm not sure if it was the most recent Christmas update, or Christmas event, but it was one of the Christmas events, I think from 2014 was the most recent one I participated in. And there were snow blocks everywhere, but I'm pretty sure these snow blocks actually showed up first in this mission. And you can, you move at normal speed over the blocks while swinging your weapons. So if you have the War Master's Rocket Hammer, the second hit like sends you flying forward, so you can still move forward at that speed. Also, if you dash before you get to the block, you'll dash over it at normal speed. Is one way to avoid the snow blocks. Not that they're a huge issue in this mission at all, but in the Christmas mission, they were pretty rampant. They would put like tons of snow blocks surrounded by like wheel launchers and flamethrowers and all sorts of traps and stuff. So you just be wandering slowly, getting your booty handed to you by all sorts of giant wheel launchers from like the Banaduk castle fight and stuff. $10. Alright, and then this is the boss fight. I suppose it's more of a mini-boss with Groat. So he is... yeah, he's cooking up some evil. And yeah, you can't really skip this. Okay, so after you kill the first little wave of things, then Groat pops up, and I believe he's just a regular gremlin. Oh, no, he's not. Okay, so he's got like the powers of one of the flamethrower gremlins, and also combined with the powers of a regular gremlin, and also combined with ludicrous amounts of health. He's got some sort of crazy growth on top of his head. Okay. Alright, so yeah, then he turns on this cake blender and tries to blow you up. And spawns a ton of dudes. That is a freaking rocket puppy, which is pretty mean of them to throw in there in all this chaos. You see Groat there in the background while you're fighting all this cupcake fiends. And then he teleports in. You do kind of need to be careful in these missions because there's not really... I don't think that these guys drop like any items, basically. So there's not really any chance of getting remedy capsules or health capsules. Which means if you start getting hit a ton early on, then you're kind of going to be out of luck for this fight. And this mission isn't super difficult because it's really not that long, but if you're not careful, you could really get messed up by, well, the Rocket Puppy, obviously. But, I don't know. If you get to this point and you've already died once, then you should probably be a little worried that you might have to use a Spark of Life, which would be unfortunate. I think there's still another round after this with the cupcakes, so I wouldn't be surprised if I died at least once here. Hopefully won't die twice, but we'll just have to see what kind of stupid hits I get hit by because I'm not paying attention. Or just getting overzealous with the swings. He's back there trying to kill me. Can't even get to me though. What a fool! And he has this much health with only one person. Dread Velvet. If you have 4 people, he has significantly more health, just kind of like all the things in this game. So, he does have a lot of health. But also, like most gremlins, he isn't too hard to just stun lock. Just get him completely trapped in a corner or something. Okay, so then, yeah, Groat was being controlled by a cupcake you could see on top of his head, and his name was Dread Velvet. And now it's trying to kill me. And it works like one of those specialty cake robots. It starts out as a cake robot and then turns into just a cake jelly slime. And there you go. There you have it. What was that? Did you say something? Biscotti asked me to come check on you. Oh no! Tell her the cakes will be ready in just a little bit. I'll make you a deal. I'll give you some extra cake if we keep this between you and me. I don't want to get kicked out of the party. Sweet! We got bribed. He's running behind on his cake makings, so he's going to give us some extra cakes so we keep our mouths shut. That's just going to perpetuate the problem for him and everybody. But I don't care. I did it for the cakes. And yeah, other than running through the clockworks to find like the random cake encounters, that's pretty much the consistent stuff you can do every day. And I don't know if I'd recommend trying to farm cake slices unless you just really want one of those hats. Trying to get your hands on the anniversary prize boxes might not be a very fruitful effort because your chances at getting a sprinkle aura is like 1% or something, and you'd have to do a lot of grinding. You could probably make more money just spending your time elsewhere, but I do enjoy opening boxes. It's kind of exciting and fun, like a 1% chance that I'll get filthy rich and not have to grind for like a month. But hey, do what you like. Do what makes you happy. And thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.